Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? Today's video is finding motivation to paint your miniatures. So, it's been a while since I've done a Warhammer The Old World. And it's a game I really love playing, and I want to start making content about it on the weekends. And like everything else, I've just really fallen behind. And what motivated me to get back into, especially like painting, is I've joined the Old World Legend. So if you are a Old World player and you want to check out their content, it's Old World Legends, and they're a really good channel. Um, More Than Glory, I enjoy. Squarebase, Close Orders, a couple of others. But what I like about Old World Legends is they're a local here because I live in Ontario, California, in Southern California. Uh, Ontario's like in between LA and San Diego, but we're closer to San Diego, maybe. I don't know, probably closer to LA. But um, I discovered that they had this group and that they're doing an escalation league. And so I decided to join. Now, in their rules, you don't have to have a painted army, but it is motivating me to paint. So part of this army is my army that I took to Las Vegas Open, and the video was entitled the worst painted army to a well, I'm taking the worst painted army to a Las Vegas Open. So none of these guys are done really. They're, you know, I found some paint markers, and for me, that was just the best way to paint. But you can't really put any detail in there, right? And so um, I'm gonna get my paints because I have some paints, and I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna finish these. But I thought just for putting down a base coat and to have them somewhat playable, at least they're painted, even though the paint job's bad, it's at least acceptable, and nobody gave me anything when I went to Las Vegas Open. They're just like, wow, Joaquin can't paint. It's like, I know, I'm sorry. So, part of this escalation league, we're going to start off at 500. It's going to go to 800, then it goes to 1250, then it goes to 1500, and then it goes to 2000. They put a limitation on behemoths, and I think they even put a limitation on characters, so you can only roll with three. Also, each escalation league is different. So normally, when you have an escalation league, you have to stick with the models that you pick at the very start and build up, but you can always downgrade them. Say, this is going to be my 500 point general, and he's a little goblin, night goblin shaman, and I believe he's level 1, but eventually I'm going to take him up to level 4. Um, I'm going to be running 10 night goblins who are archers. And as you can see, I still got to primer these guys, but this is a guy who I have painted for my spearmen. I didn't have a musician, so this guy was distinct, and so I used him for my musician. Now, mind you, this is a brick of like 30 night goblins, right? And they all have spears except for this one guy on the end who had a bow. And I'm not joking about this. It was in a doubles, and I was playing against like maybe it was double Bretonians, but one of them the players was a Bretonian. So the first time he asked, he goes, "I'm sorry, what is this unit? Because you have a bowman." And then I looked at him. I said, "Yes, he represents the musician, because all the rest are spearmen, and it's a spearman unit." So I think I might have said it was too much of an attitude, because later on he asked again. And at this point, I'm just kind of like trying to maintain my cool about it. I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah. I go, don't you remember we discussed it? The spearman, he's a musician. And then when he asked a third time, I just looked over at his friend and I'm like, what are these? What unit is this to you? And he goes, those are spearmen. And I was like, thank you. Just um, he just kept asking over and over again. I get the first time, but come on now. So I'm not going to have this problem this time. I got my musician, I got my standard. So part of the Escalation League is to build a unit, build new units, and paint them. So I primered up my boar boys and my goblin, and I'm getting ready to primer these. And I started to paint this guy a little bit, but I got to finish painting him. And I got to do the chariots. And I thought this would motivate me to actually paint these to the point where I'm going to take my time. So the league starts in the first week of November. And you get 2 weeks to play as many games as you want to, or to at least get one game in. And so I'm in no hurry to get these painted. But I do plan on taking my time and painting them. While I'm not going to show you like painting videos, because I really shouldn't. I'm an artist and I do know how to draw and paint. But something about miniatures is a little bit different. Maybe I just don't have the motivation, or maybe I just don't care enough to put the time into painting these. But I'm gonna make an attempt to go through this. So this is going to be my 500 points right here. I'm painting the rest of the bowmen because I'm going to take them up to a unit of 20. I might swap them out for spearmen later on because I have a unit of 30. I'm getting my 3 fanatics ready. I have my 1 fanatic here. So this is the army so far. 10 night goblins with a fanatic with my level 1 general, night goblin. Then I'm going to be going with 8 wolf riders, 6 squid hoppers, and a black orc chariot. And then I have my 2 other wolf riders that I'm going to paint along with the rest of these, finish painting these. And I'm going to be adding those later. So you can take a picture or you can post a video. And I thought I'd post a video and explaining why I wanted to take these. I've got between the wolf riders, the fast cav, the squig hoppers, and the chariot, I wanted to work on playing mobile units. Normally I run big blocks and I just am, I play just bring it, and while I have a couple of skirmishing units, I'm not good at them. I'm not good with them. And so I figure I would use these games to develop my fast cavalry strategies. Also, too, I plan on using Kisnek, and he's going to be using the ambush ability, which is the reason why I'm going to be taking this unit up to, I believe, 8. I think I'm going to leave it at 8, or maybe it's 7, because with him, 8. But I'll be playing around with the points. The other thing is that you get to change the points. I know I mentioned that before, but I just wanted to make sure that I did. And so you get to play around with it. But overall, I plan on having fun with this. I don't know anybody down here who plays Warhammer. So hopefully I'll be making a couple of new friends, Warhammer people that I know. And what I love about this, and for those who on the Discord are watching this video, I love playing Dungeons and Dragons. You're going to see most of my videos are geared towards that and other RPG games. Is that I made a lot of good friends between Dungeons and Dragons and playing tabletop miniature games like Warhammer Fantasy, or now Warhammer The Old World. And as you can see, I got the old school Warhammer Orcs and Goblin book. And then you got the Old World book. But I like the art on the, the Warhammer Orcs and Goblins book. Just as, orc on a boar boy just charging. And while I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the other book, is that, I don't know, to me it just has a better feel. Like you even see a giant right here in the background, and you got the dewdiver up in the air, where this is nice and close up front, where you're just looking down the line and you're seeing this horde. But like I said, there's just something about this art style I like, and I've always enjoyed playing orcs and goblins. So this is my video, this is my update, and I'm going to be making future videos, hopefully, because I have to, because we're supposed to be updating as we go. So with that, people, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know most of you who watch my D&D channel will probably just, hit the like button or leave a comment for the algorithm, and I thank you, and I appreciate that. But I do want to expand, because West Coast Geeks just covers a lot of other things besides just D&D for me. I quit playing Magic the Gathering. I used to have a lot of videos on that. I got rid of most of them. But I still do like playing online, and there's some other things that I enjoy playing that are more like geek related. So with that, people, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below, what army are you taking? What do you plan on trying to accomplish? Like, what do you want to learn? Like, what do you feel are your weak spots that an Escalation League can help you develop better plans or strategies? And overall, people, just have fun. And with that, people, take care. Have a good weekend.